Hello YouTubies, this is Joker Scribe and thanks for watching one of my most incredible YouTube videos. So they've taken away your ability to make video responses. Now I don't really know what's going on in the minds of YouTube or Google. It just seems to be quite an odd thing to do. It could be that people were abusing it so much and the advertisement agencies decided that it just wasn't working because it was sort of costing them more to allow video responses, and it wasn't really getting any proper feedback from it at least for the advertisement companies. Because you think about it, people make video responses to completely irrelevant videos and then it gets some traffic, and the traffic also goes on with the adverts on the channel, and that's probably where this has come from. But there's something a bit odd about it. I mean, in the past it did work quite well. You know, you could make a video response to some of your buddies on YouTube and it was kind of fun to do, and there was a good reason to do it. I mean, where has that gone on YouTube? We can still do it, we can still make video responses, but there's no link, there's no real community there. It seems to be getting more commercialized, and definitely the bigger YouTubers have got an advantage here. I mean, if this is YouTube's big development, it just seems it's only in the interest of the bigger guys. Now, video responses can actually still be done in a proper way, I suppose, if they can actually turn it out that you can only make a video response to, well, in the proper way to a video that you are addressing. For instance, if I want to make a video response to a Doctor Who video from one of my friends, and it's towards them after they've been speaking about it, then that should be allowed because that's part of the community. But then again, people were abusing this. You were seeing video responses that weren't really relevant to any videos. They were just making video responses to any video they found on the internet. I think Ray William Johnson is the worst with that one. He just allows any video response, and nobody really knows what they're looking at on there because people just make video response after video response there, and obviously it gets drowned out in the the noise. But the community of YouTube is what really matters. And I remember the days, I mean, especially in 2008, I think 2008, 2009 were the good old days of YouTube, and we're still not doing too bad. We're not over. It's not over. YouTube is still here. YouTube is to stay, and we've got better equipment now. We've got better cameras. We can still make video responses to each other. It's just that we're getting drowned out by the noise. This is what the major problem is. It's like an oversaturated of nonsense on YouTube. The things you want to see are being drowned out by the bigger guys on YouTube. Now, some of them are interesting to actually watch. Some of the bigger guys, like the Young Turks, etc., are rather interesting to watch. But I kind of like the smaller guys on YouTube. I think some of them actually make some decent videos, and they're interesting to actually watch. But as part of the masses, the masses coming in, we're never going to get that anymore because of the way YouTube is actually handling the system. And I certainly think that us smaller YouTubers should be allowed to make video responses. And they did change the guidelines for video responses quite a while back, because I remember you could make the same video response to a number of different videos, and then YouTube said, no, you're not allowed to do that anymore. What we're going to do is you can only make one video response to that video. You cannot just send the same response to 10 different videos, because then it sees it as spam and it removes the video response you made to the past videos. So let's say you made the same video response to 10 different videos. It gets accepted, and then another one accepts it. So YouTube decides that the previous one gets removed, so that is no longer accepted, and then the next one accepts it, so it removes it from the other one you made a video response to, and then you're wondering later on why your buddy has no longer got your video underneath their video, and the reason is because you made 10 different responses to 10 different videos that are possibly irrelevant to your video, and the one that you actually directed it to was it's no longer there because you spanned it to so many people that it's only going to accept one of those, and it's going to be the most recent of the responses. So that's how YouTube was actually working. That was how the algorithms on YouTube was working at the time, and I thought that was absolutely fine. But it's been abused, and I think we're screwed. I think some of the small YouTubers have been screwed badly. You know, we're really getting bent over the table here and, you know, rammed. I mean, what else can I actually say? It's not all bad, of course, but why did they have to get rid of it anyway? I mean, maybe they should change the way YouTube works. So if it's a video response and there is a problem with the advertisements, you know, because I understand that this is what I was thinking before. Maybe the advertisement companies weren't liking it, because if I make a video response to, let's say, Ray William Johnson, and for whatever reason people say, oh, that looks good, the thumbnail looks good, and then they see it and there's a 2-minute video advert before the video plays, and some people will watch it, some people will skip. Most people, after seeing it or clicking on adverts or whatever, are doing it accidentally. So what's happening is the YouTube advertisement companies are paying out dosh, and they're not really getting any proper returns for that, and I think that's what's caused it. And I also think it's because of the irrelevance and the noise on YouTube. People just weren't using video responses properly. So in a way, we've done our own damage on YouTube. There's people on YouTube, and not real YouTubers, have damaged the community of YouTube. It was beautiful, and you know, I still will try to link videos that are related to the video in question. So if somebody makes a video to this video, I will definitely put it in the description and possibly in the video itself. I think that's the best we can do on YouTube now, because for whatever reason it's been damaged. The corporations on YouTube have really turned it into a commercialized site. It's not there yet, by the way. We've still got control. We're not completely gone. And, you know, we have got a big mouth, so we're making a noise. And it is kind of fun, YouTube, still. But I miss that interaction. You know, people are so, you know, obsessed nowadays about making their videos the best they can possibly be. I mean, I sometimes make videos with a bit of background and, you know, a bit taking a piss, you know, P-I-S-H, taking a piss a little bit in the videos, a bit of smiley faces with rolling eyes, etc. That's just a little bit of fun. But some people just go overboard. It's all about true HD and making everything scripted. It just doesn't work. It doesn't have that sort of... when I see somebody who's making a video, and sometimes the scripted stuff is pretty good. Don't get me wrong, if you're making scripted stuff, that doesn't mean your video is bad. But I still like watching the guys, you know, the smaller YouTubers who make vlogs in front of their channel. And there's something charming about it, even if they make mistakes in the video, even if it's full of ers and ders, there's something charming about seeing a real person. I mean, I know I'm wearing a hat, but you get the sense of who I am on the video. You know, I'm a bit of a joker really in real life. I'm not like a real boring person, but compared to the bigger YouTubers, I'm just not commercialized. And I've never really used YouTube in any other way, just to have fun. I mean, sometimes I like to talk about Doctor. That was the original reason why I actually joined YouTube, was to have fun and talk about some of my favorite stuff. I mean, why not? That's why everybody joined YouTube in the first place. But the fact that you guys now can't make video responses, I'm not sure how long it's going to last. You know, Google has a habit of just doing things to wind up YouTube users anyway, and then they change it later. Remember, guys, when I had that old channel and I decided to delete that channel for a new one, just because I got sick and tired of my username And then Google decides, oh, anybody can change their username now. Oh, thank you. A couple of weeks later, after I deleted a channel that was partnered, I mean, it was a proper partnered channel, but it just wasn't making the use out of it that I could, just simply because of the username. I chose the wrong username. But now anybody can change the username, and it's a good thing, but I just felt a little bit screwed over for that. I thought that was a little bit sly. You know, if I waited a few weeks, it would have been alright. But I didn't, so whatever. It's not the end of the world, of course. We're still here, we're still making videos, but I do feel that the small YouTubers are not in on the action as much. You know, we don't get told things that the bigger YouTubers do. They get told things like 6 months before they actually happen, so they know what's going to happen. Us small YouTubers, whatever, we don't really know what's going on. I'm sure that they're going to bring the video responses back in once the next update of YouTube is coming on, and I'm sure there is an update on YouTube coming soon, but it all seems very commercialized now. Another thing, I mean, I agree with some of my friends on YouTube. I remember seeing a video by one of my friends called X Rotterbill. I can never say his username, but I know exactly who he is. When I was actually watching one of his videos, it was about the fact that you can't make video responses anymore. I mean, I was thinking, well, I still can do that. Maybe he's talking about the future. I thought he might have just been, you know, confused with it. Maybe there was something that Google was doing an update, a temporary update, which means that people won't be able to do it. But it turns out, lo and behold, it's true. And that's the problem we've got on YouTube. And you know, I was, the reason why I suddenly found out about it was because I tried to make a video response to the VidKid67 about false flagging, and I couldn't make the response. I was thinking, why can't I make the response? Am I even logged in? You know what I mean? And then I noticed that I was not logged. Well, I was logged in, but I was logged into Mr. Juicy Fish Cakes, which is still able to make video responses, but it wasn't. So I was just a bit confused and thinking, I'll just type in a comment just to say I've left a video response, and I find it difficult to actually make one, and that's how I found out. But I also had an inkling that something was not quite right with YouTube. It happens every so often, guys. It's of course it's not the end of the world, but we will go with the flow. Those small YouTubers will survive somehow, guys. Trust us, we will survive. I will survive. As long as I'm on YouTube, I know I'm alive. I've got all my life to live. I will survive. Oh.